Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019, Game 2 of the doubleheader. Just getting started. Cade Kiss pitching for the Tigers, and the count is 1-1 here to Danny Amaro, who will lead things off for Las Cruces, just as he did in Game 1. Here comes the 1-1 from the lefty. That's in there for a strike, and the count is 1-2. Amaro in that first game had 2 hits, stolen base, couple of runs scored. The 1-2. Missing outside, 2-2. Tigers defensive setup is Cade Kiss pitching, and Ethan Phillips behind home plate. Preston Eldred at first base, Kellen Wall at second. Shortstop is Billy Copeland. Swing and a miss and a strikeout for Kiss. Cade has certainly turned into the number one guy, I think, on Alamogordo's pitching staff this year. 3-2, 2.17 ERA. Struck out 40 this year, only giving up 17 walks and 13 earned runs. That's in there for a strike. 0-1. Kind of in that twilight right now where it seems dark out there. Once we get in under full nighttime, the lights will definitely light this place up. But that transition, 1-1 is the 0-1 missed. Here's the pitch. High pop-up, and this should be playable here for Eldred. He's getting over there in foul territory on the first base side, and he makes the grab. Almost overran it a bit, but makes the play. And Diego Avila is down here in the first. Lineup for the Bulldogs, pretty similar to Game 1. Xander Parra coming up next. Then Nick Rojas, Bubba Urenda, Garrett Doyle hitting 6th. Hunter Parmeter, he'll get to hit in this game. He was a courtesy runner in the first game. And that pitch is, I guess, just a little bit high. And the count is 1-0. Joaquin Pfeiffer, who didn't play in the first game, and Devin Alba, who did. And that pitch is going to clip off the glove of Phillips to the backstop. It's outside, and the count is 2-0. And a swing and a miss. 2-1. Seems oddly quiet out here at the ballpark. I'm almost a little self-conscious on it because, I don't know, it seems like it's a little bit louder than while we were doing the first game. A little bit high on the 2-1, and it's 3-1 now. Like I didn't have a mic on somewhere. I was expecting to hear more. Sun kind of peeking through. I don't think it'll cause an issue for anybody. The 3-1. Swing and a miss, 3-2. It's diving down on Parra, and Kiss trying to make this a 1-2-3 inning. Here comes the payoff. Swing and a miss, struck him out, and looks like he tagged him out, and the inning is over. So 2 strikeouts for Kiss, and we will go to the bottom of the first inning with the Alamogordo Tigers up to bat. We'll get you their lineup when we return. You're listening to Tiger Baseball here on Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
Is your loyalty to a big out-of-town bank or credit union costing you more than it should? When it comes to buying a home for your family, not all mortgage loans are the same. This is Deborah Romero, president of First National Bank. First National Bank is committed to showing you how you can save money by shopping for your next mortgage loan. Compare and save. We offer affordable mortgage options, including conventional, VA, FHA, first-time home buyers, or our home equity line of credit. Come visit with us today.
Member FDIC, equal housing lender, all else subject to credit approval.
The Winner's Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit. Whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief, we can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winner's Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winner's Circle,
1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the games!
Transform your home with Ochoa Stucco. Whether it's a fresh look or a durable finish, their expert team delivers quality and style. Say goodbye to bland exteriors and hello to stunning curb appeal. Ochoa Stucco, always a flawless finish. 442-6745.
If only life had a remote control, you could pause or rewind. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. Take the 1-minute risk test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its Prediabetes Awareness Partners.
Tiger baseball here on this Thursday night. Thanks for listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019, Game 2 of our doubleheader. As the Alamogordo Tigers roll the here at the bottom of the first, Cade Kiss with an efficient first. And the pitcher here in Game 2 for Los Cruces is Joaquin Pfeiffer, the righty, into his motion. And the first pitch is going to miss a little bit high. And the count is 1-0. Brandon Williams leads things off for the Tigers. Did in the first game. Brandon went 1 for 3 and a run scored. Swings and misses at this one. It's 1-1. Williams, then Copeland. Cade Kiss hitting third. Preston Eldred fourth. Jaden Reeves hit fifth. Kellen Wall sixth. Seventh for Aiden McGinnis. Then a little bit of change at the bottom as the breaking ball in there for a strike. 1-2. Ryan Macklin hitting eighth, and then Ethan Phillips will get a chance to hit here in Game 2. He'll hit ninth. So Aiden Tupper, the only man that was in the lineup the last time, not out there for Game 2. Phillips didn't hit in the first game, but he was catching. Fouled off by Williams, and 1-2 the counts. Defensively for Las Cruces, Garrett Doyle's the catcher here in Game 2. Replaces Danny Amaro, who will play right field in this second game. Xander Parr at first base again. Nick Rojas at second. Shortstop is Adrian Whitman. That's a bit of a change. It's a change. I don't know why I said a bit of a change. High misses on the 1-2. 2-2 now to Williams. Bubba Urenda is over at third. The left fielder is Devin Alba, and the center fielder is Diego Avila. Just got a piece of it. Did he catch it? He did. And that'll be a strikeout. That was good work there by Doyle. That was low, and he managed to scoop that out of the dirt before it hit the ground and picks up out number 1. So it'll be Billy Copeland. Billy also had hit in the first game, hit by a pitch as well. Tigers had 4 hits in Game 1, and 2 of them here from the top of the order. And the first pitch will miss high to Copeland, and the count is 1-0. And a ground ball left side of the infield. It'll be the shortstop, Whitman. He gets it, and good solid throw to first base. And there's 1 down, 6-3 on the putout. 2 down. And they'll bring up Cade Kiss now. Kiss a 0-for-3 effort in the first game, but did pick up an RBI and a ground out, also walked. And he'll step in for the first time here in game number 2. By the way, Tigers, if you weren't with us for the first game, wearing their gold uniforms today. Kiss will watch that one drop right in for a strike. 0-1. Was a shake of the head for Kiss. Didn't want that called strike. It was looking like a pretty good pitch there from Pfeiffer. Fouls this off back to the screen. And it's quickly 0-2 here, the Tigers' number 3 hitter. And here's the pitch. High pop-up on the infield. And should be the second baseman, Rojas, coming in to get it. He does. And that's the inning. So we see both teams go down in order in the first. No score. We go to the top of the second on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. You're listening to Tiger Baseball on Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
Spring into a home equity loan with OFCU, offering a reduced home equity rate for your spring fixes. Now through the end of May, get a fixed rate of 5.99% APR for first lien position and 6.99% APR for second lien position. Unlock the equity in your home and save. Apply online today. OteroFCU.org. Other restrictions do apply. All in subject credit approval. Rates are based on credit worthiness. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing lender.
Our success is our success. We belong to you.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
Hi, this is Deborah Romero, President and CEO of First National Bank. We take great pride in our Tiger student athletes. We wish them all the best and cheer them on as they compete this season. We recognize these outstanding athletes for their commitment on the track, court, and field. Their dedication is inspiring, and we celebrate their hard work and sportsmanship. Join us in supporting our Tigers. First National Bank has been your hometown community bank since 1956, proudly cheering on the Alamogordo Tigers every step of the way. Go Tigers!
Member FDIC.
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. Nick Rojas leads it off for Las Cruces here in the top of the second inning, and the first pitch is in there for a strike. He fouls off the second. It's 0-2. Kiss struck out a pair and also got to pop out into foul territory in a very efficient top of the first. Both pitchers looked solid in the first inning. Here comes the 0-2 from Kiss. Just misses a little bit high, 1-2. Credit to Rojas on holding off on that pitch. That did not miss by a whole lot. It was right down the middle of the plate. The 1-2. Fouls this one off, and it'll stay 1-2. Rojas, then Urenda, and Doyle. Do over the inning for Las Cruces. We are in the top of the second inning, game 2 of our doubleheader. Bulldogs won the first game 9-1. Here's the 1-2. Just getting a piece of it on the breaking ball, and the foul ball took a carom off of Phillips, who, looks like I thought it hit him on the inside of the leg from where it went, but I couldn't tell. Now he's shaking it off and trying to. Not any protection there, unfortunately. The 1-2. And this is in the air to right field. And will it drop? Well, Ruiz had to watch that one fall. Just a little flare for the second baseman Rojas, but he'll score the first hit of the day for Las Cruces and put a base runner on. And it'll bring up Bubba Urenda, the third baseman. Top 2 and no score. And the first base runner of game 2. Yeah, that's a really nice fastball from Kiss. His stuff has just been so nasty this year. He's got such movement on his fastball. I think it's a splitter. It's either a splitter or a sinker. And his curveball is tough to handle as well. Just got a piece of that. Wait a minute. That was a foul ball. Wait a minute. Home plate umpire is saying that that's not a foul ball. Yeah, I think they need to talk that over. I feel like that went off the end of the bat of the hitter or the batter. I don't know if they're going to change anything, but I thought he just got it because it changed direction before it got to Phillips. No, they're going to say that was not a foul ball. I don't know about that, but so it's a swing and a miss, and the runner gets to advance to second on the play. I mean, I think that's the reason why Phillips missed it, because it was deflected off the bat, but I guess not. I guess the change in direction. I mean, that was the same thing right there, and that's a foul ball. I mean, literally the same. You didn't hear like a teeing off the bat. And I think the umpire probably heard it from the Alamogordo dugout a little bit, but I mean, there was no difference to me between that first one and the second one. And the second one got called a foul ball. Now, neither umpire heard it, so I don't know what to say. 0-2 with the runner on second. Here's the pitch from Kiss. Fouled off and out of play. And I mean, let's be clear. It's a bang play. But I've seen umpires, the bigs, miss those kind of things. It happens. Called strike 3. And strikeout number 3 for Kiss. As he paints the outside corner with that one. So 1 down and a runner on second now, and Garrett Doyle will come to the plates. Catcher with his first at-bat here in Game 2. He, let's see, first game, picked up a couple hits, actually. 2 singles. And the fastball, this is a little bit low, I believe, 1-0. And that fastball gets up a little bit more, called strike 1-1. Number 6 hitter in the order here for the Bulldogs. Rojas out at second after his leadoff single. And this is fouled off. So I guess technically that was a pass ball that allowed him to move to second. 1-2 the count here to Doyle. Doyle initially was getting into the box. Now he'll step back out and step back in and get ready to go. Left-handed pitcher in Kiss, right-handed hitter in Doyle. And this is hit in the air to shallow right field. And Rojas makes the play. Boy, that was very nearly a collision out there between Wall and Rojas. And I don't know if I think Rojas must have called them off at the last second, but so I don't know who that necessarily. Usually the outfielder will call off the infielder because that's sort of a tough thing for the infielder to have to try to go backwards and get that. But it seemed like there was a little frustration on the Alamogordo bench after that. That's going to be a called strike on the outside corner. So a pop out to right field is a little adventurous, but it's the second out of the inning. And Hunter Parmeter, his first at-bat of the day, did not hit in Game 1. He was a courtesy runner. Scored a couple of times in that game. Misses high, does Kiss on the 0-1, and it's 1-1. 2 outs to the top of the second, runner on second. Tigers trying to get out of some early, we'll call it trouble, anytime you get a runner at scoring position. The 1-1. That's a really nice curveball. 1-2, just drops right in to the hole. And 1-2 now for Parmeter. The pitch. Swing and a miss and struck him out. 4 strikeouts, I should say, for Kiss. The third out of the inning. 1 hit, 1 left on, no runs and no errors. And we'll go to the bottom of the second. Still scoreless on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. You're listening to Tiger Baseball on Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
The Winter Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit. Whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief, we can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winter Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winter Circle.
1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the game!
Join the fantastic team at Ochoa Stucco. Full-time positions, on-the-job training, and competitive pay. Start a career in construction. Message Ochoa Stucco on Facebook or call 575-442-6745 to schedule an interview.
I didn't ask to be thrown in the streets, but I did ask for help, and Covenant House was there for me.
For these kids who didn't ask to be put in this unthinkable situation, Covenant House is there. To learn more, go to safeplacetosleep.org today.
Spring into a home equity loan with OFCU, offering a reduced home equity rate for your spring fixes. Now through the end of May, get a fixed rate of 5.99% APR for first lien position and 6.99% APR for second lien position. Unlock the equity in your home and save. Apply online today. OteroFCU.org. Other restrictions to apply. All in subject credit approval. Rates are based on credit worthiness. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing lender.
Your success is our success. We belong to you.
Preston Eldridge just going to lift one over the outstretched glove of the shortstop for a base hit on the very first pitch of this bottom of the second inning. And the Tigers have their first base runner of the day. Eldridge picks up his first hit. He got on a couple of times in the last game, hit by a pitch and a walk, but was unable to come up with a hit. Joaquin Pfeiffer, the pitcher for the Bulldogs. No score on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. And a runner on first for Alamogordo and Jaden Ruiz at the plate. So Ruiz will foul off first one he sees, 0-1. 4, 5, and 6 due up in the inning for the Tigers. Pitch is just going to miss. I think that was up. And the count is 1-1. Righty versus righty here. And the pitch from Pfeiffer. Check swing. And that just misses up. Maybe a touch inside to Ruiz. Jaden was 0 for 3, hit by a pitch. Had a lot of hit by pitches in that first game. I think there were 5. 2-1. That's in there for a strike. And the count evens up at 2-2. Pfeiffer from the stretch, the pitch. And Ruiz will hit this in the air to right field. Should be an easy play for Amaro. He's got it, and there's one down. Pop out to right field. Danny Amaro playing right field here in game 2, the catcher in the first game. And I'll bring him Kellen Wall now. Kellen 1 for 2. Reached on a walk as well, and a single. And reached on a third play as well. It was a Las Cruces error by the first baseman in his last at-bat. So Wall steps into the left-hand batter's box. Check swing on a pitch that I believe missed outside, 1-0. Umpire made a motion with his hand, but I think it was to say that it was outside. The 1-0. That'll miss a little bit high. 2-0. You know, just tonight's game and Monday's game for the Tigers at home this season. The 2-0. That's well outside. 3-0. And they would love to make both of these wins here at the end of the season for themselves. The 3-0. That's going to be in there for a strike. And it's 3-1. Kissel. Or sorry, Wall. I don't know. I do that with Cade and Kellen. All kinds. Cade, Kiss, Kellen, Wall. I don't know. And Wall will hit this in the air to left center field. This is going to get down. It looks like should carry all the way out to the wall. See if Eldred can score from first. Here comes the throw in. They'll stop him. But it's a stand-up double for Kellen Wall as he goes opposite field. And the Tigers with runners on second and third and one out. And Aiden McGinnis with a great opportunity here for Alamogordo. So a single from Eldred and a double from Wall. And the Tigers are in business. McGinnis with a great chance here to get Alamogordo on the board early. And with Cade Kiss pitching, you score 3 or 4 runs, well, that's kind of a yes and no thing. Remember the Oregon Mountain game? I think Tigers were up 5-1 going to or 4-1. And unfortunately, let that game get away from them. That was a Cade Kiss pitch game, and he was so good. I think the Tigers had there was an infield single, and there was an error, and then it just snowballed. 0-1 as the first pitch is a called strike. The pitch. And misses high, 1-1. And I think there has been a kind of a common denominator with the Tigers. Usually the third game of the series tends to be the one that they're closest in, and I think most of those times it has been Cade that's been pitching. Another nice breaking ball there from Pfeiffer as that drops in for a strike. 1-2. McGinnis steps back in with runners on second and third and one out. Infield is playing in for Las Cruces. This is a soft little pop-up into foul territory, but nobody going to be able to get to it. Just falls in front of the catcher in foul territory in front of the Alamogordo on-deck hitter, who's Ryan Macklin. So another chance here for McGinnis. Aiden's had some big hits for the Tigers this year. Let's see if he can get one here. 1-2. And he's going to hit this into, it's over the head of the shortstop. That was not nearly as deep as I thought it was. The runners had to hold. Well, Wall's actually going to now try to score, and he will. And that will be, and I'm going to give both RBIs to McGinnis. You probably could argue it was an error in the outfield, but the infield was playing in on that play, and that was the difference. That's a soft little line out if the shortstop's in his normal position and puts 2 runs in. A single for McGinnis. And good heads-up base running by the Tigers as they had some trouble corralling that ball in left center field. And the Tigers have their first lead of the day. Bunt by Macklin's going to be fouled off into the screen. And it'll be 0-1. Yeah, this is, you look at all 3 series this season, the third game has been the one. Macklin showing bunt, brings it back. They'll make a pickoff throw to first. The runner's back. The third baseman, he came all the way, almost right up to the plate. So if I'm McGinnis, I show that again. I mean, they're not going to come in now with it being 2 strikes, but that's one of those that I try and straighten out and try to do something with it. But he swings and misses at this, and it's a strikeout. So 2 down, and it'll bring up Ethan Phillips. He'll get a chance to hit for the first time today. He was DH'd for in the first game, having to take off his shin guards. Or I don't know if that's necessarily shin guards. It's all the way up to your knee. His gear. Shin guards is more of a soccer thing. I'm sure there's a correct term for that equipment. Called strike on the first one to Phillips, 0-1. It's kind of a sweeping off-speed pitch from Pfeiffer. Just fouled off and back to the screen. McGinnis was running. And it'll be 0-2. 2 outs, but the Tigers get the big 2 RBI single from Aiden McGinnis and have taken the lead. Yeah, you think back, they had a 9-inning loss to Centennial, 4-3 in the third game of the series. They lost that heartbreaker to Oregon Mountain a couple weeks ago here. We're up 4-1 going to the 7th and gave up 4 runs. I think it was 6-2 to Mayfield last week. So it wasn't quite as close. This is in the air to foul territory. The 0-2. McGinnis was again running on that play. So now will be the question, can the Tigers finish this one out? And Phillips will swing and miss, and back-to-back strikeouts for Pfeiffer to finish up the inning. But 2 singles and a double. The Tigers get 2 runs, no Las Cruces errors, and 1 left on. On the Register Motor scoreboard, it's Alamogordo 2, Las Cruces nothing. You're listening to Tiger Baseball on Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
Is your loyalty to a big out-of-town bank or credit union costing you more than it should? When it comes to buying a home for your family, not all mortgage loans are the same. This is Deborah Romero, president of First National Bank. First National Bank is committed to showing you how you can save money by shopping for your next mortgage loan. Compare and save. We offer affordable mortgage options, including conventional, VA, FHA, first-time home buyers, or our home equity line of credit. Come visit with us today.
Member FDIC, equal housing lender, all else subject to credit approval.
The Winter Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit. Whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief, we can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winter Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winter Circle.
1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the game!
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. Joaquin Pfeiffer watches a first pitch in for a strike and then fouls off the second from Cade Kiss. As we begin the top of the third inning on the Richardson Motor scoreboard, Tigers 2, Bulldogs nothing. And that's in there. No, that's going to just miss. It's 1-2. The pitch. Swing and a miss. And that is strikeout number 5 for Wall. 1 down. Tigers wanted to shut down the Bulldogs after grabbing the lead in the top half of the inning. Devin Albo will come to the plate now. He did play in the first game and hit in the number 8 spot. He scored a couple of runs. That's in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. There's the pitch. Swing and a miss. 0-2. Wall already into his motion. The 0-2 just fouled off by Alba, and he keeps the at-bat alive. Now, runs have been hard to come by for the Tigers in district. And I don't know if a 2-0 lead, you feel particularly safe about that. That misses down and in, 1-2. Yeah, I have to look at the standings. The Tigers they have scored. Yeah, play here in just a second. 1-2. High and outside. And the Tigers have scored 22 runs, giving up 82. Cruces has been about even. Going into this game, they've given up 36 and scored 34. And that one misses down and in. Kiss wanted that, but didn't get the call. 3-2. Well, kind of a front door curveball. That was diving down and in on the hitter. 3-2. Just got a piece of it and fouled it off again. So good at bat here from Alba. Fell behind 0-2 and fouled off a couple and has managed to work it to a full count, 3-2. So this will be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. And the pitch. That's in the dirt. And he'll kick to the backstop. Phillips up to get to it quickly. And so Alba at first on the walk. And it'll bring up Danny Amaro. Amaro struck out his first time up, one of 5 strikeout victims in this game. And a pop-up on a bunt attempt that'll get over to the Las Cruces dugout, 0-1. So it looks like Oregon Mountain beat Centennial in the first game of their doubleheader. Yep, 6-2. So those two teams are tied for first place. Cruces is a game back at 8-3. And not sure what happened with Mayfield and Gadsden in their first game. Nobody's posted that yet. The 0-1. And that will just miss outside, 1-1. Pretty much that same pitch on the 2-2 that Kiss didn't get. The 1-1. And it'll be 2-1 now. And I guess that one was outside as well. That would look like a pretty good pitch there from Cade. Down and in on the lefty, and it's 3-1. Runner on first and one down. As here comes the pitch from Kiss. Just fouled off. 3-2. As Kiss with a long look in, now leaning further over to get the look on the call. And here comes the payoff. High pop-up, should be playable. Left side of the infield. And coming over making the grab is Copeland. And there is two down, I'm sorry. And to bring up Diego Avilo, popped out to first in foul territory in his only at-bat of the day. Or game, I should say. Top of the third inning, the Tigers leading 2-0. Trying to keep it right there. Bulldogs with a runner on after a one-out walk to Alba, who has not tried to steal. Outside, Phillips gets out of his stance to get to it. And it's 1-0. The pitch. That's right down the middle. And it's called strike count, evens up at 1-1. I don't have a score for you guys on Alamogordo softball in their game one against Las Cruces. At least nobody's posted it up to Max Preps. I do have some other tennis and softball for you guys. That's in there for strike. Good curveball. As Avila watched that all the way in. Alamogordo tennis, 9-0 over Gadsden. We'll get you some of the specifics for you as we go through the broadcast. But a chance to get out of this inning on a 1-2 count with a runner on first and two down. Kiss from the belt. Runner goes. Swing and a miss and struck him out. And the inning is over. 6 strikeouts, 2 in each of the first 3 innings for Kiss. And it remains a 2-0 lead for the Tigers. They'll try to add to that in the bottom half of on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. We'll come right back here to Tiger Stadium. You're listening to Tiger Baseball here on Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019, AlamoSportsandTalk.com, the Alamo Sports YouTube channel, your Alexa device, and online on our Excited Media app.
Looking to transform your home's exterior? Meet Rudy Ochoa. With years of experience in stucco, Rudy and his crew deliver quality craftsmanship and stunning flawless finishes. 575-442-6745.
We are the Veterans Health Administration, and our hands provide life-changing care to over 9 million veterans across more than 1,200 facilities nationwide. Join hands with us to make an impact in your community. Learn more at vacareers.va.gov.
Spring into a home equity loan with OFCU, offering a reduced home equity rate for your spring fixes. Now through the end of May, get a fixed rate of 5.99% APR for first lien position and 6.99% APR for second lien position. Unlock the equity in your home and save. Apply online today. OteroFCU.org. Other restrictions to apply. All in subject credit approval. Rates are based on creditworthiness. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing lender.
Your success is our success. We belong to you.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard, or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
On the 3, you're listening to Alamo Sports at Talk 1230 1019. Alamogordo 2 lost nothing. Brandon Williams has watched all the pitches so far, and it's 2-2. First miss high, first miss a little bit low, and the next two have dropped right in. So the count even to the Tigers' number one hitter. And this hit really well left center field. That is going to get down, and Williams going to try to hustle it into a double. He will get there, slides in safely. And it's a leadoff double for the Tigers and a chance to maybe add to it here. Extra base hits, 2 of them here in Game 2. They had 4 hits, but all singles in Game 1. Wall with a double out to left center field and a double for Williams. As the Tiger bats are making it happen, and Billy Copeland, who grounded out in his first at-bat, we'll see if maybe bunt here and move that runner up to third. Shows it, pops it up, but it's going to go foul. Catcher tried to get to it, but a little bit too far back there. Doyle catching here in Game 2. And it's 0-1. I will say if the Cruces first baseman runs it, well, no, it was the third baseman. I think they did it the last time too when the Tigers were trying to bunt. If they run all the way up, man, you got to take that bat and try to lift it over his head. No bunt this time as it goes over the head of Copeland. 1-1. Runner on second and nobody out in the bottom of the third inning. The Alamogordo Tigers leading 2-0 and hoping to add on at least one more here with that leadoff double, and that's a called strike on the 1-1. It's 1-2 now. Time going to be called as Doyle will go out and talk to Pfeiffer. See Coach Padilla kind of make that request. He's sort of walking a few paces outside the dugout now, is returned over to the backstop wall. Coach Winrow's usually kind of the same spot over in the Alamogordo dugout, maybe a step or two out. And that breaking ball, that very nearly could have been a called strike 3, but I think it missed in and maybe a touch high. That was a good pitch from Pfeiffer. I think, and Copeland's looking back to the umpire and said, where did that miss? And it was inside. Good for the hitters to know, kind of have an idea if he tries to hit that spot again. 2-2. Swing and a miss, and a big strikeout there for Pfeiffer after giving up the leadoff double. And that'll bring up Cade Kiss, who can try to help his own cause here. He popped out to second in his first at-bat. Yeah, I think the Tigers would desperately like to have, if they're going to have a lead late in this game, have it be much more comfortable in that 3-4 run area. Certainly 2 is never going to feel particularly safe. Kiss going to bunt, and that's a pretty good one. He may beat this out. Here's the throw to first. That's not going to be in time. And an infield bunt single for Cade Kiss. We've seen him do that a couple of times this year, and so puts the runner on third, and he's at first. And so the sac fly is still in play. I would imagine Kiss is going to be trying to steal pretty early in this at-bat. Take the double play out of order. And you can always play that game of, all right, is the catcher going to try to throw out to second? Can you score that runner from third on the double steal? Pfeiffer, you got to think, is going to, he's actually going to throw to third. And he faked the throw to third and then went to first. I could have sworn, I think it was Kellen that got called for a balk on a similar play like that. I don't know. Pfeiffer will come to the plate, misses high. Elwood singled and scored back in the second inning. Tigers with runners on the corners and 1 out. Runner goes, miss, and they'll throw it short of the bag at second, and so Kiss will get the easy steal. 1-1 the count to Eldred, but now second and third for the Tigers cleanup hitter. And a chance to maybe anything in the outfield with Cade's speed could double the Tigers' lead. The 1-1. Now miss high, 2-1. Here's the pitch. Liner right back up the middle. That's a base hit. Kiss, he will round third. He will try to score. Here comes the throw. That's a really nice throw, but it's just a step late. That was a fantastic throw from the center fielder, Avila, but Kiss's speed was able to beat it out, and it's 4-0. 2 RBI single from Eldred. Now this feels a little bit more like the Tiger team we saw over the first 8 games of the season. And just got to keep your foot on the pedal here. As Ruiz will come to plate. Pop out to right field in his first at-bat. And he'll hit this in the air. It should go foul and out of play up the first base side. 0-1. I will say, with the way the lights are directed, if the pop-up goes high enough, it kind of goes above the lights, and it can be, I think, a little challenging for the fielders. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. Really nice fastball from Pfeiffer. He's got a very nice change of pace between his breaking stuff, changeup, and that fastball. So 0-2 here to Ruiz. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Just missed outside, 1-2. Wall in the on-deck circle. He's got a double today. Eldred on first. 2 hits for him. Ruiz will send this foul at the third base line. And the count will stay 1-2. For 4-0 Alamogordo, bottom of the third. Still a chance to add to it here in this inning. And the pitch. And a high pop-up. This might stay in play. Third base foul territory. And no, it's going to drop. The third baseman tried to get there. Urenda. But was unable to make the grab. That was a difficult play. He was going back and to his right and trying to make an over-the-shoulder catch. The height of the pop-up gave him an opportunity, but he was almost up against the wall over by the bullpen wall here on the left field side. And this is fouled off, and Ruiz battling here in this at-bat. He's fouled off 3-2 strike pitches. And so this will be the 7th pitch of this at-bat. Just an absolutely gorgeous evening tonight. Maybe a slight chill in the air, but no wind, as good as you could ask for. 1-2. That'll miss low and away. Doyle, the catcher, was setting up way outside in the left-hand batter's box. That did not miss by much, though. Another one of those sweeping pitches that came across the plate from the right-hand batter's box to the left-hand batter's box. 2-2. Just a little bit low, and Ruiz has drawn the count full now, 3-2. This will be the 9th pitch of the at-bat. Runner on first with 1 out. The Tigers already with 2 runs home in the inning. As Ruiz awaits the 3-2. Swings and misses. They'll try to pick off Eldred at first, but he'll get back in time. But another good strikeout from Pfeiffer. He's gotten them in big spots. He struck out the last 2 in the second inning with a runner on first, and he struck out 1 here. Wall, though, comes to the plate with a double and a run scored. And if he hits one into the gap, Eldred's got good speed. I think deceptive would be the word I would say. Wall watched the first one in, misses a little high, maybe outside, and the count is 1-0. The pitch. That's in there for a strike. Breaking ball drops in back door, and it's 1-1. Tigers with 6 hits now in this game, 4 runs. Got to be one of their best hit totals in a district game this year. That's going to be in there for a called strike. Kiss sort of limboed back out of the way of that, thinking it was coming inside, and painted enough of that inside corner to get the call, and it's 1-2 now to the Tiger lefty. As Pfeiffer is set. Here's the pitch. That's going to miss high. 2-2 now. Eldred on first. He had the big 2 RBI single earlier. Brandon Williams led the inning off with a double for Alamo. Cade Kiss singled on a bunt. 2-2. And just a little nubber up the first base. They're going to say that's a foul ball. I think that actually went off of Kiss, and he is walking that one off now. Yeah, it kind of took a weird angle as it came out of the box, but he was sort of blocking, at least our view from up here, to tell whether that went off of him. But right away, that was called foul. Count is still 2-2 with 2 outs and a runner on first. Here comes the pitch from Pfeiffer. Swing and a miss, and he strikes out the last 2 of the inning again. Tigers leave 1 on, but they come away with 3 hits, 2 runs, and a 4-0 lead through 3 full innings on the Richardson Motors scoreboard. We go to the top of the 4th. You're listening to Tiger Baseball on Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
Hi, this is Deborah Romero, President and CEO of First National Bank. We take great pride in our Tiger student athletes. We wish them all the best and cheer them on as they compete this season. We recognize these outstanding athletes for their commitment on the track, court, and field. Their dedication is inspiring, and we celebrate their hard work and sportsmanship. Join us in supporting our Tigers. First National Bank has been your hometown community bank since 1956, proudly cheering on the Alamogordo Tigers every step of the way. Go Tigers!
Member FDIC.
The Winter Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit. Whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief, we can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winter Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winter Circle.
1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the game!
Join the fantastic team at Ochoa Stucco. Full-time positions, on-the-job training, and competitive pay. Start a career in construction. Message Ochoa Stucco on Facebook or call 575-442-6745 to schedule an interview.
Join Stand Up to Cancer and Jazz Pharmaceuticals to raise awareness of small cell lung cancer and accelerate the pace of research. Ask your healthcare provider about screening options that might be right for you or a loved one. Visit standuptocancer.org/lung to learn more.
Xander Parra leads it off for Las Cruces in the top of the 4th inning, and the first pitch from Kiss will just miss inside, 1-0. Parra 0 for 1 with a strikeout. 4-0 Tigers on the Richardson Motors scoreboard in this top of the 4th inning. The 1-0 on the way to Parra. And the breaking ball will be fouled off, and the count's 1-1. Kiss has surrendered just 1 hit, 1 walk. Those have been the 2 base runners, and has struck out 6. The 1-1. That's in there for a called strike, and a bit of a head tilt from Parra. Thought that one, I think, missed maybe high and outside, but breaking ball just dropped in for Kiss. Here comes the 1-2. Just misses outside. Couldn't quite spot that. I think that was a backdoor slider. Doing my best to read the pitches, y'all. I'm terrible at it. Here comes the 2-2. Ground ball to third, snagged cleanly by Williams. Toss on to first in time. Hard hit, and Williams just calmly backhanded it and tossed it on for the first out. So Nick Rojas will come to the plate and has the lone hit of the day for Las Cruces. Just a little flare that dropped in front of Ruiz in right field. And so the righty will step in for his second try of the night. Good crowd on hand tonight, by the way. Alamogordo and Cruces fans really showed up. Raking ball misses outside for Kiss, and it's 1-0. The pitch. And this is, again, lifted to shallow right field, but more of a line drive, and that's another nice opposite field hit for Rojas. And another single for him. Bubba Urenda, who struck out his first time up, will get a second look at Cade. You know, usually it's tough for the pitchers. The game goes on. Guys have got the timing down a little bit better and have seen the pitches and fun attempt, and I think he left that out there. That is going to be a swinging strike, and it'll be 0-1. So it's one down, and we're in the top of the fourth inning with a runner on first. Kiss working from the stretch, and he will make a pickoff throw to first. Haven't seen very many big leads by the Las Cruces runners today, and I think that's a big reason why you got a left-hander pitching. And so that pickoff move is just so much easier to first base. You can maybe get a little bit more of advantage with a righty who's got his back turned to you. Just fouled off by Urenda. And so 0-2 to the Bulldogs' third baseman. Kiss with a long look in. He's set. 0-2. Fastball misses outside, 1-2. Good place to miss. Certainly close enough for Urenda to have to think about it, but he does lay off there. The 1-2. And line foul, went back to the breaking ball, and count will stay where it is with a runner on first and one down. Tigers with 2 runs in the second and the third. And here in the top of the fourth, trying to not let Las Cruces gain a foothold and get back into this baseball game. The 1-2. Breaking ball, that's a foul tip into the catcher's mitt, and that is strikeout number 7 for Cade Kiss, and there's 2 down here in the inning. And looks like the Alamogordo softball team got a big 8-6 win over Cruces in game 1 of their doubleheader. That's a huge win for the Lady Tigers. And a swing and a miss for Garrett Doyle, who popped out to right field in his first try. 4-0 here, Alamogordo in game 2 of the doubleheader. They did lose the first game 9-1. Time going to be called by Doyle. And so both him and Kiss will reset. I guess pitchers bring their own rosin bags. I didn't realize that Kiss has his back there. When he's done with the inning, he picks it up. I always thought that was something that just kind of stayed out there. This is hit in the air and get out of play up the first base side into the Alamogordo bullpen. Ruiz gave chase, but no play to be made, but it's 0-2 now here for Doyle. And Kiss, after giving up the one-out single, chance to get out of this inning and keep the Tigers in front 4-0. Here it comes. Swings and misses. It just gets away from the catcher a little bit. And that'll be an easy toss over to first. And so Kiss keeps the keeps it going. 2 strikeouts an inning. He's got 8 through 4 innings. No runs. 1 hit there. He's given up just 2 total for the game. 3 base runners. Also surrendered a walk. It's been very impressive for Cade Kiss through 4 innings of work. We go to the bottom of the 4th. The Tigers up to hit again as they try to add on to a 4-0 lead on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. This is Tiger Baseball on Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
Spring into a home equity loan with OFCU, offering a reduced home equity rate for your spring fixes. Now through the end of May, get a fixed rate of 5.99% APR for first lien position and 6.99% APR for second lien position. Unlock the equity in your home and save. Apply online today. OteroFCU.org. Other restrictions to apply. All in subject credit approval. Rates are based on credit worthiness. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing lender.
Your success is our success. We belong to you.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. We're in the bottom of the 4th inning. The Tigers leading 4-0 over Las Cruces on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. And it's Aiden McGinnis to lead things off. Joaquin Pfeiffer continues pitching, and here's a hard hit ball. Diving attempt at third, but that's through. And that's the second single of the day for Aiden McGinnis. Had a 2 RBI single that put the Tigers on the board in the second, and he leads things off here with a base knock. And Ryan Macklin will come to the plate. I would venture to say Ryan's going to be looking to lay down a bunt. We'll see. But a good start here from the 7, 8, 9 hitters for the Tigers. Pfeiffer working out of the stretch now. They throw back to first. The second baseman came running all the way in from his spot past the pitcher's mound. I don't think I've ever seen that before. It's definitely different. And here's a chopper over to third. They'll get the lead runner. There'll be no throw to first. And so fielder's choice 5-4. So Macklin will be on first now, but there's one down. And it'll bring up Ethan Phillips. Phillips a strikeout his first time up. I don't think I've ever heard Pocket Full of Sunshine used as a lead-up song. Fouled off and back to the screen. 0-1. I'm a Natasha Bedingfield fan. I like that song. What's the other one? Like Aiden's, it's a classic song. I can't think of what the name of it is all of a sudden. The 0-1. Outside, 1-1. I think most of us sports fans at some point thought about what our walk-up song would be. I don't think I've ever thought about it hard enough to remember it, though. The 1-1. This is going to be fouled off. Runner was going, but he'll retreat back to first. Will Macklin, and it'll be 1-2. Top of the order, Brandon Williams, who doubled in his last at-bat, eventually came around and scored on that single from Preston Eldred. The 1-2. Pickoff throw to first, and Macklin runs back in. That was after the pitch, I should say. The catcher with the pickoff throw to first. 2-2 is the pitch missed outside from Pfeiffer. Macklin's got a big lead. Pitcher hasn't even come set yet. He's got to be careful here. Now he's set. 2-2. Runner went, and that hit the batter. And so Pfeiffer, I don't know, they're going to make a say whether that either went off the end of the bat or he leaned into it maybe. Because Coach Padilla is coming to the bench, and or maybe saying that he swung. I don't think that's going to. I can see the argument that he didn't try to get out of the way, that he leaned into it. I think they could call that. Yeah, they're going to keep him at first, I think. And I think we're going to get a courtesy runner. All right, so the Tigers, Aiden Tupper will come in and run. And it'll be first and second with one out, and Brandon Williams, who doubled out to left center, will come to the plate, and the Tigers again have a chance to add on to a lead. I do see some movement in the bullpen for Las Cruces over here to my left. And a bunt attempt by Williams will go foul at the first base line. So after all that, a hit by pitch for Phillips. Macklin at second. And it's one down here in the bottom of the fourth. The Tigers threatening again. They've done so in second, the third, and the fourth, as they continue to try to build on this 4-0 lead. That pitch will miss inside as Williams watches it, and it's 1-1. Good movement on it, though. That very nearly came back over the plate. It looked like it was going to come in and hit Williams. And sometimes I wonder if it's my angle up here that looks that way. Hard hit, and that is a nice play. Tags third, toss on to first, double play. That is a stellar piece of fielding by the third baseman, Renda, who dove, made the play, was able to put his glove on the third base bag, and then a toss on to first and get the 5-3 double play. That's one of those that's up the line, and a run scores if he's not able to get to that. Another hard hit ball from Williams, but just a little unlucky there. So we go to the top of the fifth inning, and Alamogordo leads 4-0 on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. We'll be right back. You're listening to Tiger Baseball.
Is your loyalty to a big out-of-town bank or credit union costing you more than it should? When it comes to buying a home for your family, not all mortgage loans are the same. This is Deborah Romero, president of First National Bank. First National Bank is committed to showing you how you can save money by shopping for your next mortgage loan. Compare and save. We offer affordable mortgage options, including conventional, VA, FHA, first-time home buyers, or our home equity line of credit. Come visit with us today.
Member FDIC, equal housing lender, all loans subject to credit approval.
The Winter Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit, whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief. We can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winter Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winter Circle, 1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the games!
Sorry, folks, for getting dropped there. But Las Cruces with probably their best hit ball of the night as Hunter Parmenter sends it out to the wall. I thought for a little bit that ball might get out of here, but all the way to the wall. Macklin got to it. It'll be a double for Parmenter. And they've got a runner in scoring position right away, and Joaquin Pfeiffer will try to help his own cause as the pitcher comes to the plates. And that pitch will miss just inside, and the count is 1-0. Just the third hit given up by Kiss. The other two were singles. And I think this may be the second time that Las Cruces has had a runner in scoring position. Swing and a miss by Pfeiffer, 1-1. Well, you'd think for the Tigers, and the season obviously hasn't gone the way that they've wanted to. 7-15, 0-11 districts. The pressure really shouldn't be on. But I think for the run that they've been on, as this fouled off and back to the screen, 1-2. Even sitting up here, I'm kind of nervous. I want to see these guys get a win here. And, unfortunately, leads have been difficult for them to hold on to in some of these games. And so, you see, and I think that's the challenge for them is, something like that happens and being able to shake it off and not let it become a bigger inning. Because Kiss has been pitching very well. Look back to second, and he will spin, and he will throw back that direction, but the shortstop Copeland was well off the bag, so no tag. Kiss will reset now. Heading the count, 1-2. Swing and a miss, and a really nice bounce back for Kiss as he picks up the strikeout. Second strikeout of Pfeiffer, and one down with a runner on second. Devin Alba, who walked in his first at-bat, comes to the plate as a number 9 hitter. A little bit different. Alba puts his bat in the dirt right in front of home plate, and I assume it's a cross. It looked like an X from up here, but I'm sure from his angle across. Usually guys do it in the outside the batter's box. Outside, it misses for Kiss, 1-0. But, the Tigers have lost 14 straight games. That's a tough thing to shake off. That's a fastball right in there for a strike, 1-1. By the way, kudos to this home plate umpire. He's got a clear, loud, quick strike call. Guy's top-notch from a broadcasting standpoint. Top-notch in my opinion. 1-1. Just missed on that. I think down and maybe in. And the count 2-1 now. I think we may see a pitching change for Las Cruces because there continues to be work in their bullpen. 2-1 from Kiss. Fouled off, and I think it took another deflection after it went off the bat, but to the backstop, and it's 2-2. Top of the order next for Las Cruces with Danny Amaro. Kiss ready to go, 2-2. Swing and a miss, and another strikeout for Cade. That's good stuff from Kiss after giving up that leadoff double. And so Danny Amaro, who has struck out and popped out, only left-handed hitter in this order for Las Cruces. Base hit. Certainly could score Parmenter, who's got good speed. We saw him as a courtesy runner for Amaro in the first game. And he also doesn't have to wait on it. Anything with contact, he can go with 2 down. There's the pitch. That's a nice breaking ball in there for a strike. 0-1. It's the at-bat, started off well. Now, just as much as it would be a boost for the Tigers, could be a little bit of a, there'll be a pickoff throw back to second. Copeland got there, but Parmenter gonna get back. I always get a kick out of guys that kind of they hold the ball there and then wait and see if he'll step off the bag a little bit and get kind of the, I don't want to say the cheap out, but hitter did call time, or I should say the front base runner did call time. That's another really nice breaking ball from Kiss. 0-2. I think Amaro's thinking that one's going to stay inside and maybe hide. And it just drops right in. So Kiss a strike away from getting out of some trouble here in the top of the fifth. Here's the pitch. Oh, just misses on the fastball, 1-2. I don't know how Amaro laid off that. I always wonder, you've seen two breaking balls that have dropped right in on you, and that pitch was kind of in the same area. And he takes 1-2. That's down and away. And that one's going to get away from Phillips. He is not going to make a throw to third. Well, one thing I would say is a wild pitch brings a run in. That's maybe the slight concern now. I think a base hit would have probably scored Parmenter anyway, but one that gets away a little bit further, and Cruces has their run without needing another hit. The 2-2. Called strike three, got him on the outside corner. That was a great pitch from Kiss, and so he strikes out the next three after giving up the double, and Alamogordo keeps a 4-0 lead on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. That is now 11 strikeouts for Cade Kiss. We go to the bottom of the fifth. Tigers will bring up their 2, 3, and 4 hitters when we return. This is Tiger Baseball. You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
Transform your home with Ochoa Stucco. Whether it's a fresh look or a durable finish, their expert team delivers quality and style. Say goodbye to bland exteriors and hello to stunning curb appeal. Ochoa Stucco, always a flawless finish. 442-6745.
If only life had a remote control, you could pause or rewind. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. Take the 1-minute risk test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its Prediabetes Awareness Partners.
Spring into a home equity loan with OFCU, offering a reduced home equity rate for your spring fixes. Now through the end of May, get a fixed rate of 5.99% APR for first lien position and 6.99% APR for second lien position. Unlock the equity in your home and save. Apply online today. OteroFCU.org. Other restrictions to apply. All in subject credit approval. Rates are based on credit worthiness. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing lender.
Your success is our success. We belong to you.
Billy Copeland leads it off for the Tigers in the bottom of the fifth inning. Alamogordo leading 4-0, and no pitching change. Joaquin Pfeiffer will stay on the mound. He pitched well in this game. Just a couple innings where he's given up 3 hits. And Copeland will watch the 1-0 in for a strike, 1-1. So Copeland, Kiss, and Eldred. Copeland's 0 for 2. Ground out and a strikeout in his 2 tries today. The 1-1. And that one missed high over his head and went to the backstop. And it'll be 2-1. Kind of a deep breath after that. And it's the 2-1. Outside, 3-1. The pitch. That'll miss. And so a walk for Copeland, and the Tigers get a base runner on to begin things here in the bottom of the fifth. And looks like the Las Cruces coach going to come out, and we may see a pitching change here. That appears to be the case. So looks like we'll see a new man on the mound for Las Cruces, and we'll tell you who it is when we return. It is Alamogordo 4, Las Cruces nothing. Bottom of the fifth inning. Alamo with a runner on first and nobody out. You're listening to Tiger Baseball on Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
Hi, this is Deborah Romero, President and CEO of First National Bank. We take great pride in our Tiger student athletes. We wish them all the best and cheer them on as they compete this season. We recognize these outstanding athletes for their commitment on the track, court, and field. Their dedication is inspiring, and we celebrate their hard work and sportsmanship. Join us in supporting our Tigers. First National Bank has been your hometown community bank since 1956, proudly cheering on the Alamogordo Tigers every step of the way. Go Tigers!
Member FDIC.
The Winner's Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit. Whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief, we can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winner's Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winner's Circle, 1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the game!
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. We are in the bottom of the fifth inning. Tigers leading 4-0. Runner on first and nobody out. And it is Armando Gonzalez that will pitch, the righty, number 15 for the Bulldogs. And he works from the stretch here. With a sidearm delivery, misses outside to Cade Kiss, who singled and scored. Also a stolen base. All that coming back in the third inning. Popped out in his first at-bat to second base. Billy Copeland at first after drawing a leadoff walk off of Joaquin Pfeiffer. And that pitch will miss down, and it's 2-0. Now, always tough coming in as a relief pitcher, and you probably want to get one or two over to kind of build that confidence a bit. 2-0. And this one is a tapper that will go behind home plate, and 2-1 now to Kiss. Now third baseman playing inside the bag at third, so guarding against the bunt maybe a little bit more than the last time when Kiss was able to lay one down nicely. Swings and misses on the 2-1, 2-2. That one down and away, and Kiss chased a little bit on that. Two. And a high pop-up left side of the infield. And it'll be the shortstop making the grab. And there's one down. So a good start there for Gonzalez. And the Bulldogs shortstop, Whitman, makes the play. And bring in Preston Eldred, who's got 2 hits today. 2 RBIs, a run scored. And has really come through in that cleanup spot for the Tigers. But facing a new man now here in Gonzalez. Righty versus righty. And a swing, and I think he got just a piece of it into the catcher's mid, 0-1. Copeland on first after the leadoff walk. And again, a swing and a miss. Yeah, I gotta think that's, you've seen a brand new pitcher first time, and I don't know, most guys don't have that low of an arm release. Yeah, that's almost parallel his right arm with the ground. So, that's a true sidearm delivery, 1-2. And this is hit in the air. This should be in play in foul territory at the first base side. And that's a difficult play for the first baseman, Pata, but gave it a try. It'll be 1-2. Yeah, over the shoulder, on the run, trying to get to it. It'll give Eldred another opportunity. With 1 out and a runner on first. Jaden Ruiz in the on-deck circle for the Tigers. Barring a double play, he'll get an opportunity here in this inning. And looks like we're ready to go. 1-2, runner goes. Called strike 3. The throw out to second. And a ball is going to come loose. They were hoping for the strike him out, throw him out. I don't know about the strike at home plate, man. That looked like that was high, but Oh, well. Called strike 3. 2 down. And Jaden Ruiz will have a runner on second. I think if the ball stays in Whitman's glove, the shortstop, that Copeland might end up being out there. And Ruiz will watch that one miss inside. Counts 1-0. So Jaden can come up with a hit here. He can add on to this 4-0 Tigers lead. Bottom of the 5th inning. Here comes the 1-0. And that breaking ball is going to stay up 2-0. Yeah, the strikeout was almost more of a 12-6 curveball. That thing was dropping in top to bottom. And outside he misses, and it's 3-0. Wall in the on-deck circle. He's got a double today. So Ruiz will happily take a base here if he can get it. 3-0. That's in there for a strike. 3-1. So far, this has been a great relief appearance for Armando Gonzalez. Pop-out strikeout and a chance to get his team out of the inning. 3-1. That's going to miss high. And so a walk, first surrendered by Gonzalez. And it'll give Kellen Wall the opportunity to try and add to this Tigers' advantage. Bottom of 5, Alamogordo up 4-0. Runners on first and second. And a ground ball, and that's going to be snagged by Gonzalez. Toss on to first, and the inning is over. So a couple of walks in the inning for the Tigers. No hits, no runs, no Las Cruces errors, and Alamogordo leaves 2 on. Through 5 complete, though, it's Las Cruces trailing Alamogordo 4-0 on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. We'll go to the top of the 6th. When we return, this is Tiger Baseball on Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
Join the fantastic team at Ochoa Stucco. Full-time positions, on-the-job training, and competitive pay. Start a career in construction. Message Ochoa Stucco on Facebook or call 575-442-6745 to schedule an interview.
I didn't ask to be thrown in the streets, but I did ask for help, and Covenant House was there for me.
For these kids who didn't ask to be put in this unthinkable situation, Covenant House is there. To learn more, go to safeplacetosleep.org today.
Spring into a home equity loan with OFCU, offering a reduced home equity rate for your spring fixes. Now through the end of May, get a fixed rate of 5.99% APR for first lien position and 6.99% APR for second lien position. Unlock the equity in your home and save. Apply online today. OteroFCU.org. Other restrictions to apply. All in subject credit approval. Rates are based on credit worthiness. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing lender.
Your success is our success. We belong to you.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. It's the Tigers leading 4-0 on the Richardson Motors scoreboard. And Cade Kiss behind the count 1-0, drops the curveball, and this time for a strike, and it's 1-1. Diego Avila at the plate. Pop out to first and a strikeout in his first 2 at-bats. As here comes the 1-1. Swing and a miss, 1-2. 11 strikeouts for Kiss. He's given up 3 hits, no runs, 1 walk. It has been a fantastic effort for Cade and trying to grab the Tigers' first district victory. Here comes the 1-2. Swing and a miss and struck him out. 12 strikeouts now for Cade Kiss. And there's 1 down with Xander Parra coming to the plate now. Strikeout and ground out in his first 2 tries. And it will be him stepping in again and running his right foot across the inside part of the batter's box. He'll step back out, take a deep breath, tap his bat on his right cleat, and they're ready to go. Here's the pitch from Kiss. That's in the dirt inside, and 1-0 to Pata. Heart of the order here for Las Cruces, and if Cade can work through this with no issues, have the bottom of the order in the top of the 7th. The 1-0. And the fastball missed high and outside, 2-0. Nick Rojas in the on-deck circle. He's singled twice, 2 of Las Cruces' 3 hits. Time going to be called. Long wait there. Kiss was looking for the pitch, and now set, 2-0. High pop-up that should get out of play. It will up the first base side. Tigers no need to chase, 2-1. Now late innings here, and it's still, I would say, nowhere near a comfortable lead for the Tigers. As here comes the 2-1. Hard hit and base hit into right field, as that'll get down right in front of Ruiz. And Parra with the 1-out single to try to get something started for Las Cruces. And as I mentioned, Rojas, who has singled twice, comes to the plate. Bulldogs haven't had a lot of success against Cade today, but this is one of the guys that has. Kiss from the belt. And right in there with the first strike, 0-1. Cruces fans didn't like it. I thought that was a pretty good pitch. I didn't think that it may have been a touch low, but it didn't seem like that was far enough off to get groans. Long wait, and here's the pitch. That's in the dirt. 1-1. Now, I sometimes wonder with these guys that have thrown complete games all year, Cade and Eric and Kellen, if fatigue becomes an issue in these late innings. That's in there for a called strike. 1-2. But, Cade's been the best pitcher for the Tigers this year. I think you've got to stay with him as long as you can, even if you're getting the late innings here. 1-2. Swing and a miss, and struck him out, and nowhere for the runner to go. And so that will be the second strikeout of the inning. 13 now for Kiss. And so Bubba Urendo will come to the plate, and he has struck out twice. A 1-out single for Pata, and 2 strikeouts for Kiss, and he's got 2 outs here in the top of the 6th. Alamogordo in front, 4-0. As Kiss into his motion, here's the pitch. Hard hit foul at the first base side. Out of play, and it's 0-1. Again, some of the scores elsewhere tonight. Alamogordo softball. I don't want to say girls. Alamogordo softball got to win 8-6 over Las Cruces. They're playing game 2 right now. Mescalero Apache softball lost to CMI Christian 20-0. And that's going to kick away. That was down and in and off of the catcher's glove to the backstop. And that puts a runner in scoring position now for Las Cruces on the wild pitch. Home plate umpire is going to give a dust off of the dish. Alamogordo Tennis both beat Gadsden 9-0, 9-0. That's the end of their district season. Girls, I think, are going to finish second and the boys third. In a tough district for sure. Here comes the 1-1 from Kiss. Breaking ball, and Urenda waited on it, but fouls it off, and so it's 1-2. And so Kiss a strike away from getting out of a little bit of trouble here, similar to the last inning. Bulldogs got a runner in scoring position. They haven't had much of that in this game. Not a lot of runners left on. And I think this is their 3rd runner in scoring position in this game. Oh, 1-2. I guess just misses inside. Boy, that was right there, it seemed like. And that missed. It missed by a small margin. 2-2. There it is, called strike 3. And the inning is over. Kiss gets 3 strikeouts in the inning. He's got 14 through 6 innings. Tigers will look for some insurance in the home half of the 6th. They'll send up their 7, 8, 9 hitters, and we'll get to that next. It's 4-0 Alamogordo on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. You're listening to Tiger Baseball on Alamo Sports and Talk.
Is your loyalty to a big out-of-town bank or credit union costing you more than it should? When it comes to buying a home for your family, not all mortgage loans are the same. This is Deborah Romero, president of First National Bank. First National Bank is committed to showing you how you can save money by shopping for your next mortgage loan. Compare and save. We offer affordable mortgage options, including conventional, VA, FHA, first-time home buyers, or our home equity line of credit. Come visit with us today.
Member FDIC, equal housing lender, all loans subject to credit approval.
The Winner's Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit. Whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief, we can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winner's Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winner's Circle.
1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the game!
Looking to transform your home's exterior? Meet Rudy Ochoa. With years of experience in stucco, Rudy and his crew deliver quality craftsmanship and stunning flawless finishes. 575-442-6745.
We are the Veterans Health Administration, and our hands provide life-changing care to over 9 million veterans across more than 1,200 facilities nationwide. Join hands with us to make an impact in your community. Learn more at vacareers.va.gov.
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230-1019. We are in the bottom of the 6th inning. Tigers just trying to add on to a 4-0 lead and try to wrap up their first district victory of the year. And it will be Aiden McGinnis, who has singled twice, has got 2 RBIs. His third at-bat of the day, 2 for 2. And he'll lift this to center field, and it'll drop. And that's McGinnis with his 3rd hit of the day. And we'll try to get something started here for the Tigers as you try to add on to that lead. And as we get here in the late innings, I hope that the Tigers are just kind of relaxed and excited to try to get a victory here, and it's not ratcheting up the tension. Score a run or 2 here, and that could really, I think, settle things down for the top of the 7th. In the dirt and away, and it didn't kick far enough away from Doyle. And so 1-0 to Macklin. Armando Gonzalez beginning his 2nd inning of work, came in with nobody out in the 5th, and got a pop out and a strikeout and a ground out. Really did a nice job with 2 runners on to get out of a little bit of trouble. That's going to miss away, and it's 2-0. Gonzalez from the stretch. And Macklin with the chopper. That'll go up the third base line. That'll work almost as good as a bunt. That was another really nice play by the third baseman, Lorenda. He has been great defensively in both games of this doubleheader. But he charges on that, and on the run, while running up the third base line, has to throw across his body, is able to make the throw to first. So 5-3 on the putout. But it does move the runner into scoring position. And we'll see Eric Vasquez come in as a pinch hitter for the Tigers. For Ethan Phillips, who will, I'm sure, re-enter the game as the catcher. First pitch is in there for a strike to Vasquez. Eric pitched and I'm sure hit in the game on Monday. The 0-1. Another breaking ball right in there for a strike. And so 0-2. Williams in the on-deck circle. He's got a double today. chopper that'll go foul, and like took a little bit of a deflection off of Eric's foot. The pitch. And that was well done by Vasquez to hold off on that. They were setting up well outside, but I'm sure coming out of the hand, that looks like that's going to be another one of those breaking balls that just drops right in the zone. 1-2 now to Vasquez. And that breaking ball missed high and away. 2-2 now as Eric pulls even in the count. Runner on second with one down. Two or three looks back, and then here is a check swing that just gets past the pitcher's glove. Toss on to first, and he's going to beat it out with Vasquez. Infield single for Eric Vasquez on a little dribbler. And I don't know if Coach Padilla's coming out to talk to the umpire or the pitcher. I think he's coming out to talk to the umpire. Definitely a bang-bang play. One of those that I felt could go either way, in all honesty. And so, corners for the Tigers. And Brandon Williams already has a double, and the Tigers would just love even just one insurance run here. And I don't know if you're Vasquez, I don't think the Tigers are trying to run here. I think they want to try to get that man in from third and leave it up to Brandon to try to make it happen. That's in there for a strike 0-1. So Williams is 1 for 3, double and a run scored in third. Grounded into a double play in the fourth. That was another one of those great plays by Urinda over there at third. And he also struck out back in the first. Runner does go. They will throw out towards second, but they're going to throw it in front of the bag. And so Vasquez, he showed some good speed there, man. Give Vasquez a stolen base. I think he might have beaten that out anyway. 1-1 the count. The Tigers have runners in second and third. Infield is in for Las Cruces. And a 1-1 to Williams. Well outside, 2-1. Tigers have the McGinnis hit and the infield single from Vasquez off of Gonzalez here. That's going to sweep in for a strike, and it's 2-2 now to Williams. Now, if you'd send one opposite field, there's a big gap between first and second. Check swing. Oh, that just missed. I think that could have easily been strike 3. And, of course, we get to call it both ways. I love it. Hadn't heard that in a while. It's more of a basketball thing. Here comes 3-2. Fouled off, and that'll get back to the screen. Staying 3-2. Williams swings and misses. Gonzalez gets a big strikeout there. 2 down, and Billy Copeland will come to plate. Copeland 0 for 2. A walk and a stolen base back in the 5th. Strikeout in the 3rd. Ground out in the 1st. 0 for 2. Did have a hit in game 1. He can grab one here. Can add on to a 4-0 lead for the Tigers. We're in the bottom of the 6th. Tigers with runners on 2nd and 3rd and 2 down now. Gonzalez will miss down and away on the first offering. 1-0. Copeland will foul this off. 1-1. Two outs and 2 on. Tigers looking for a little bit of insurance going to the top of the 7th. Up 4-0. the 1-1. That will come across the strike zone. And 1-2. As it catches the outer half of the plate, and Gonzalez strike away from working out of the jam. It's late decision swing by Copeland. He strikes out. And so the Tigers will take a 4-0 lead going to the top of the 7th inning. On the Richardson Motor scoreboard, Tigers trying to get district win number 1. We'll see if they can do it. Stay with us. You're listening to Tiger Baseball on Alamo Sports and Talk.
Spring into a home equity loan with OFCU, offering a reduced home equity rate for your spring fixes. Now through the end of May, get a fixed rate of 5.99% APR for first lien position and 6.99% APR for second lien position. Unlock the equity in your home and save. Apply online today. OteroFCU.org. Other restrictions to apply. All in subject credit approval. Rates are based on credit worthiness. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing lender.
Your success is our success. We belong to you.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
Hi, this is Deborah Romero, President and CEO of First National Bank. We take great pride in our Tiger student athletes. We wish them all the best and cheer them on as they compete this season. We recognize these outstanding athletes for their commitment on the track, court, and field. Their dedication is inspiring, and we celebrate their hard work and sportsmanship. Join us in supporting our Tigers. First National Bank has been your hometown community bank since 1956, proudly cheering on the Alamogordo Tigers every step of the way. Go Tigers!
Member FDIC.
Top of 7, and Kate Kiss. First pitch in there for a strike to Garrett Doyle. And it's 0-1. Doyle 0-for-2. Popped out to right field and a strikeout in his last at-bat. Kiss has 14 strikeouts in this game. Here comes the 0-1. Fouled off, and he's quickly ahead 0-2. A lot on the line here for the Tigers. We know that postseason may not be in their cards, but this would feel very good to grab this win. Ground ball foul at the first base line, and it'll stay 0-2. 2 runs in the second, 2 in the third. All zeros otherwise in this game. Kiss has surrendered 4 hits. Bulldogs have left 5 on base. Time going to be called here by Doyle. Bell steps out. Untightens, retightens his batting gloves. The 0-2. Trying to get a backdoor breaking ball. That'll just miss, and it's 1-2. So Doyle, and then Hunter Parmenter, who's got a double. Easily the hardest hit ball for Las Cruces in this game. 1-2. And a ground ball that will roll foul up the third base line. And we'll do the 1-2 again. And then I think it'll be Armando Gonzalez. Yeah, it looks like he replaced Joaquin Pfeiffer pitching and also will replace him in the lineup. Another 1-2. And just got a piece of it, and that'll go foul again. And Doyle just keeping this at-bat alive. Kissel take a touch of the rosin bag, and then back on the pitching rubber. The 1-2. Called strike 3, got him on the inside corner. It was a check swing from Doyle, and it jammed him, and that is strikeout number 15 for Cade Kiss. Looking for a complete game shutout. And another ball coming in from, I think Tigers throwing around the infield and it got away. All right, here we go. Parmenter, who doubled his last time up and off the bat, I thought might be getting out of the ballpark. And the breaking ball will miss in the dirt, 1-0. Tigers in front, 4-0. The 1-0. Swing and a miss, 1-1. The pitch. That'll miss low, maybe a touch inside. 2-1 to Parmenter. Here it comes. High and outside, 3-1. Kissel. Again, grab a touch of the rosin bag. And try to set in here on a 3-1 count. And down and in. And so we'll give up a 1-out walk. So the Bulldogs have a base runner. They need a few more of those. And I think we're going to see Coach Justin Phillips come out and talk to his pitcher. I think that's a smart move. Try to settle things down a little bit. Fortunately, the Tigers have seen this scenario a few times this year with a late inning lead and not able to quite hold on, but you know, they did it well early in the year. They won a lot of close games over those first 8. And unfortunately, those close games haven't gone their way over the last 14. 1-run loss to Clovis, an extra innings loss to 1-run loss to Centennial, 1-run loss to Oregon Mountain, in a game that they had a 3-run lead going to the 7th. It was 4-1. So we'll see how the Tigers handle here with the runner on, and Armando Gonzalez gets a chance to hit for the first time today. Came in as the pitcher, and Cade Kiss will get it over for a strike. 0-1. Kiss set at the belts. That'll miss low. 1-1. Alba in the on-deck circle. He's 0 for 1, a walk and a strikeout. The 1-1. Fouled off, and Kiss gets ahead 1-2 now. You're just tuning in to join us. Tigers lost the first game 9-1. Cruces jumped in front 2-0. Tigers made it 2-1, and then there was a big 6-run, 5-run. 4th inning, I think. And that put the game out of reach. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. 16 strikeouts for Kiss. And I don't know, maybe that's, I think they're going to have to, they may have to make a change here. I don't know if Kiss is over his pitch limit. So Kiss is going to end up going 6 2/3. 16 strikeouts. And Billy Copeland, I believe, is going to come in and pitch for the Tigers and try to close this out. And we'll see if the Tigers will put Kiss back in the outfield here, or I would imagine they will. I don't think they'll take him out of the game, because one of the outfielders came in, and Cade will head out to center field. So that means McGinnis will move over to right. Macklin will stay in left. And Tupper, I think, is coming in for I guess it would be for Ruiz. And I think he'll play short. So Copeland, who I've had a few more chances to watch pitch in recent weeks, and he has he's pitched well. And I think he's definitely somebody that can come in here and get the one out and finish out this game for the Tigers. Because we've seen just a ton of Cade and Kellen and Eric this year. And a little bit of Preston Eldred. But Copeland and Williams have both been pretty solid pitchers. And because two of those guys I talk about are seniors, it's interesting to see what the pitching rotation will look like. And I think Copeland and Williams and Eldred are all guys that have a chance to do well for the Tigers next year. So, Tupper's at short now. Wall will stay at second. Eldred at first. Williams at third. Kiss goes out to center field. McGinnis shifts to right. And so Devin Alba will get a first look here at Billy Copeland. Copeland, right-hand pitcher. And the Tigers just need one out. And they do have some breathing room here with a 4-run lead. Runner on first after a one-out walk. That's in there for a strike on the first offering, and it's 0-1. This is hit high in the air left field. Should be there for Macklin. He's got it, and the Tigers finally get that first district victory. I know that means a lot for those guys, and I think it's more of a relief than anything else. And dropped the last 14, so they snapped the losing streak and grabbed district win number 1. 4-0 the final on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. We'll wrap it up on the Otero Federal Credit Union postgame show when we return. You're listening to Tiger Baseball on Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
The Winter Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit. Whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief, we can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winter Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winter Circle, 1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the games!
Join the fantastic team at Ochoa Stucco. Full-time positions, on-the-job training, and competitive pay. Start a career in construction. Message Ochoa Stucco on Facebook or call 575-442-6745 to schedule an interview.
Join Stand Up to Cancer and Jazz Pharmaceuticals to raise awareness of small cell lung cancer and accelerate the pace of research. Ask your healthcare provider about screening options that might be right for you or a loved one. Visit standuptocancer.org/lung to learn more.
Spring into a home equity loan with OFCU, offering a reduced home equity rate for your spring fixes. Now through the end of May, get a fixed rate of 5.99% APR for first lien position and 6.99% APR for second lien position. Unlock the equity in your home and save. Apply online today. OteroFCU.org. Other restrictions to apply. All in subject credit approval. Rates are based on credit worthiness. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing lender.
Our success is our success. We belong to you.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
Is your loyalty to a big out-of-town bank or credit union costing you more than it should? When it comes to buying a home for your family, not all mortgage loans are the same. This is Deborah Romero, president of First National Bank. First National Bank is committed to showing you how you can save money by shopping for your next mortgage loan. Compare and save. We offer affordable mortgage options, including conventional, VA, FHA, first-time home buyers, or our home equity line of credit. Come visit with us today.
Member FDIC, equal housing lender. All loans subject to credit approval.
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. Alamogordo finally gets themselves off the schneid. They get the 4-0 win over Las Cruces. after dropping their last 14 games. And you feel good for this group to get that win and head into the final week of the season and try to grab a few more against Gadsden. Playoffs are probably out of reach for the Tigers, but these guys haven't stopped playing hard. You got to give a lot of respect to that. And again, you've got a group here that doesn't have a huge number of seniors. Most of these guys are going to be back next year, so trying to finish strong here at the end of this year and building towards next year. There's nothing wrong with that. And I know on Monday they're going to want to send the seniors out on a high and try to grab a victory at home against Gadsden. So we'll see if they can make that happen. Tigers today, Cade Kiss was absolutely brilliant. 6 2/3 innings pitched, 16 strikeouts, gave up just 4 hits, 2 walks, and, of course, no runs. A third of an inning pitch for Billy Copeland, got a fly out to end the game. Tigers hitting today. Brandon Williams 1 for 4 with a double and a run scored. Billy Copeland 0 for 3 with a walk and a stolen base. Cade Kiss 1 for 3 with a stolen base and a run. Preston Eldred 2 for 3 with 2 singles and 2 RBIs and a run scored. Jaden Ruiz 0 for 2 with a walk. Kellen Wall was 1 for 3 with a double and a run scored. Aiden McGinnis 3 for 3 with 2 RBIs today. Ryan Macklin 0 for 3. Ethan Phillips 0 for 1 with a hit by pitch. And Eric Vasquez 1 for 1 with a single and a stolen base today. But most importantly for the Tigers, they get to send the fans home happy. They get a home win and get to play one more time here at Tiger Stadium coming up on Monday. So we'll see how that goes for Alamo. We'll be here for that one as the Tigers will have Senior Day. Alamogordo girls won the first game of their doubleheader against Las Cruces 8-6. I don't have the final of the second game. And Mescalero Apache softball lost 20-0 tonight to Mesilla Valley Christian. Alamogordo tennis 9-0 boys and girls both over Gadsden tonight. So they're both winners as well. And I think that's all the finals from tonight. We'll get you all set up for the weekend on the Roundup tomorrow from 2 to 3 p.m. So I hope you check that out. And thanks for listening to the Otero Federal Credit Union postgame show. The Tigers split their doubleheader today. Las Cruces wins game 1 9-1. Alamogordo wins the second game 4-0. All of that on the Richardson Motors scoreboard. Thanks to all of our sponsors. Thanks for you guys for listening in wherever you may have been joining us from. And we will talk again soon. Roundup tomorrow. Tiger baseball again coming up on Monday. Have a great rest of your Thursday night, everybody. Thanks for joining us. ESPN Radio is coming up for y'all next. So stay with us.
No roadblocks are scheduled today on Highway 70, 54 South, or 380. For the latest roadblock information, call 575-678-1178. Tonight's forecast is calling for mostly clear skies. In Alamogordo, expect a low of 55. Cloudcroft, an overnight low of 41. For tomorrow, sunny skies, mostly clear tomorrow night, and a little breezy. Alamogordo tomorrow, high of 87, low of 56. Cloudcroft tomorrow, high of 69, and an overnight low of 40 degrees.